give you some other news very quickly. Leeuwkop Correctional Service Facility in Johannesburg is notorious for escaping attempts and gang fights, but the Department of Correctional Services wants to turn that prison around. ENCA's Leeuwkop Correctional is there covering the story for us, and he joins us live now. Kaya, what exactly is the Correctional Services attempting to do here? Is this some PR exercise?
Well, Goli, I can tell you this much. There is quite a lot of challenges that they do face just in the process of making sure that the inmates, once they come out of such facilities, are able to come out rehabilitated and with a very clear goal of trying to reintegrate themselves into society. But to get further perspective, we're joined by Correctional Services Singabako Numalo. Sir, thank you so much indeed for joining us. First of all, let us look at the state of affairs within the Correctional Services. Are we winning in making sure that once inmates are living here, they are ready to live in society?
As Correctional Services, we always maintain that corrections is a societal responsibility, meaning the work that we do involves every member of community out there, to say they also have to play a role. The challenges that we're having currently, we've been very frank about them, and as a department we said today, let us give South Africans an inside story of what is happening inside the correctional facility. Hence today we are taking the media right inside the maximum facility so people get to know how we keep inmates, the security measures are around there, and also even in terms of separation, those inmates with special needs. But it doesn't end there. We even go further now to the element of rehabilitation to say how far do we go in terms of giving those inmates a second chance. This is where then the community needs to also play a part to say once we've rehabilitated inmates, they must be accepted back in society so that the skills that they acquire they can make use of out there and create those employment opportunities for even other people. They don't have to come to a correctional facility to acquire a skill, but we rely on ex-inmates who will say, you know what, I learned something out there and I want to make a positive change.
And so, as we're standing right here in Leeuwkop prison, just in the north of Johannesburg, another issue that from time to time comes is the issue of escaping from your facilities. And during the course of the last financial year, about 50 inmates escaped. Surely that doesn't bode well for your mechanisms or whatever you're trying to achieve.
As a department, the escapes have been coming down over the years, vis-a-vis the inmate population, which has been increasing, on the other angle. But as a department, we say even if it's just one person who finds his way out of a correctional facility, it does concern us. Hence, we are really looking into the entire security strategy inside our correctional centers, because we've got to make it impossible for inmates to escape. Hence, we're going back to basics to say, what is it that that we need to do, even in terms of supervising even our own officials, because we took a very firm decision that should we find our officials having played a role in aiding escapes, we don't play. We dismiss them, because and we even take them through the criminal justice system. They go to court and they stand a criminal case before a judge, because it can never be that our officials are found also to be playing a role, because people who come here is because they have offended the society. They can only live here once they've been rehabilitated. So as Correctional Services, we are re-engineering the entire correction system. Hence, even in our strategic planning session, we even invited other departments, even the private sector, to say, let us look at corrections in its entirety. Where do we need to close the gaps, and how do we take corrections in the next 50 years? What type of a correctional facility are we looking at? Looking also at the changes out there.
All right, so Mr. Ngumalo, thank you so much indeed. So quite a number of challenges that the Correctional Services is facing. So in a matter of time, we'll be having an opportunity to get a rare opportunity of going into a maximum prison. So quite a number of inmates are here, including, of course, notorious people such as Van Kretcher. So back to you, Goli.